I now played 50 hours of Ghost of Yotei and discovered some things I wish I knew earlier, learned about some mistakes you want to avoid, I found this very cool hood that you want to get, so a ton to go over. So I was not really using some of the newer systems they introduced, but it's actually smart to do so. Camping in particular has quite some perks that you will miss if you don't take the time to rest and chill near a campfire. For one, sleeping lets you change the time of day, but it can also trigger dreams, so totally sleep once in a while. Summon your mount, stand next to it, and they can set up camp. This will already refill your health and spirit and also creates a new fast travel point. But what you will also notice when setting up camp is that NPCs will join you. So these can be familiar NPCs from your wolf pack, so you can buy or upgrade stuff. They sometimes have quests for you too that you can unlock while camping, something I only figured out way later. But it can also be random NPCs that tell you about locations in the area, so you get a map that you can place down. There's one shamisen song that you can only get while camping, so totally do it. And if you want to summon particular NPCs to your camp, you can also do that via the Wolfpack menu. You can of course also cook near the campfire. This will always give you an extra spirit orb, and there are mushrooms and other things you can find that add a minor buff. And with fish you find in traps, for example, you can get a major buff. But the game decides what kind of buff that is. Well, we found a trick for that. Set up camp, check the buff, if you don't like it, exit the camp and then enter the camp again. Now just do whichever buff is available and then hit settings and go back to your previous checkpoint. Now you spawn next to your camp without the buff, but if you then access your camp, you can select a different buff. You want to at all times use the major buffs, because for example a minor melee buff only increased the melee damage for one particular weapon, while a major buff increased the damage for everything. The downside of this trick is that when you restart from your previous checkpoint to change the buff, you still used the food item, but you can just select a minor buff and then the major buff will also change with this trick. Now we just need a ton of fish for an unlimited amount of major buffs. Well, luckily there's a farm spot for that. Simply go over here on the map, as in the water you will see fish jump out, and if you then time your step with the Yari spear right, you can catch these fish and add them to your inventory. This is actually also needed for a trophy. So you get 3 fish here per go by simply fast traveling away and coming back. There's a high chance that the fish reappear, so then you can always select a major buff. And you of course get the spear in the Ishikari Plains over here on the map by going in the direction of the Oni. Totally check our full all weapons video for some tricks for using all the weapons in the game via the link in the video description. You can also play shamisen songs at your camp, but this is more for role-playing, as it lets you hear the whole song, but it doesn't actually trigger anything. No, I totally undervalued grabbing your instrument in the open world, because this is actually very handy, as now the wind will guide you to the closest item or activity based on the song you're playing. Like in Teshio Ridge, the Kitsune region you reach by following this main quest, you can simply learn a song that will reveal nearby vanity items. Go over here on the map and start playing to learn it. Now swipe left on the touchpad and the game will tell you where to go, so follow the wind, and in this case it took me to a nearby sword kit. Want another vanity item? Well, simply play the song again and the wind will take you to the next cosmetic, a pretty cool red helmet in my case. This is especially amazing for the Ainu collectibles that are otherwise very hard to find. Pro tip is to play the song, check the map and see the wind line. Now fast travel to where the wind ends and summon the wind again. If it creates another long line, you want to fast travel again. If it's a short line, then simply travel to it from your current location. For every 5 Ainu items you collect, you can upgrade the exploration outfit at the Weaver in Hushiko Katan over here on the map. So after getting 15 Ainu items, you can upgrade the outfit to the final rank and also get this really cool hood. Like, I was surprised by how easy it is to get these items with the song. To get the song, you want to go to the Ainu musician camp over here on the map, complete the quest, and then you need to pay a visit to the musician again over here on the map in the Nayora Wilds to learn the song. And you get the exploration outfit, of course, from the first side mission for Hushi after meeting her when going to Teshio Ridge in the direction of the Kitsune, as I mentioned in the early things video as well. Link to that in the video description for if you haven't watched it yet. I also left a link to an article with all the shamisen songs in the description. But what you've maybe noticed is that my camera would immediately turn in the direction of the wind while playing a song. Well, that is thanks to some settings I turned on. I got way more tips, including how to summon the wolf. And real quick, if you liked the video so far, leave a like and subscribe for way more Ghost of Yotei videos. So go to the accessibility settings and turn on the wind gust camera settings. So then after playing a song, you are immediately turned in the right direction. But I would suggest you turn it back off if you're doing missions. It's only really nice when playing the shamisen. I also have the enhanced wind visibility on for this, so you can more easily see the wind. And another amazing setting is simplified for the rapid button presses. This means that during a bamboo challenge you have more time to press the right button combination, so you don't have to rush it. Now it's totally up to you if you want to use it. It saved me a lot of frustration. I have nothing to prove with these challenges, so this made them more manageable. And if you like me sometimes hit the photo mode in the heat of battle, well, you can also turn that off if you don't plan on taking any photos. So speaking of the heat of battle, what you want to do next to staying alive is looting enemies. I get that you want to focus on taking everyone out, but there are situations in the game, especially during main missions, where after you kill the final target, a cutscene plays and then you're unable to loot the bodies. While loot from enemies is actually super important to upgrade all your items. So just during a fight, make a round, walk to every glowing corpse to get the items, and then finish the encounter. You also want to pay attention to upgradable charms. Whenever you see a fox den or shrine that has one, it's good to complete them. You don't have to equip the charm to be able to complete the challenges. So the moment you loot them, they are basically active in the background and will be completed if you meet the requirements. Now many of these challenges actually require you to play a certain way, so smart to check the challenges before doing an enemy camp or before a big fight, so you can work on upgrading these charms to improve their effectiveness. You don't want a situation where you've completed most of the content and are still stuck with level 1 charms and not many enemies to fight, so you cannot really upgrade them. Next to NPCs joining you at campfires, there are of course also people in settlements that will point you in the direction of a location. Really nice, but what you can do is talk to them, get the new map, and then simply fast travel to your current location and talk to them again. They usually know about multiple locations on the map, and you can get all that information in one go by simply repeating this tactic. I also want to do a quick shout out for the spyglass, because you can also use this while in the open world to mark things on your map. It's just a neat extra. And yes, I already teased it, but there is a way to always summon the wolf near an encampment, so you always have an animal companion by your side that will just fight on her own. But there are also combos you can do, like throwing a weapon or sake bottle. This will send the wolf in the direction of that enemy and usually let her finish them off. You can also do a double assassination with the wolf. Just pick one target and the wolf will take out the other. You can also even do that with the Kusarigama assassination, which also looks awesome. So you simply want to do 4 wolf dens, and then Atsu will learn the wolf song at the end. But in order to do all these combos, you want to complete more wolf dens, of course, to unlock all the skills. And then you always have this companion. And even when she disappears, play the song again in the camp and you got the wolf back on your side. Check out a video with the best weapons and abilities you don't want to miss in Ghost of Yotei by clicking on the screen. Subscribe, leave a like, and I will speak to you very soon. Goodbye.